Hi there everybody, my name is Ali and today we will be going to do task 10 from TryHackMe-Nahamstore, which will be regarding XXE, which is XML external entity. Now this type of vulnerability is pretty hard to find and exploit as well, but I will show you this as easy as possible. First of all, let's try to understand what is XML. XML is basically a markup language which is used for the storage and transportation of the data. Now there are a lot of applications that uses XML data to transfer information within HTTP messages. Now to find XXE, we need to change how application is passing XML data and we will add our payload in it to see if we get something or not. And if the application is returning the results from the XML parser to our payload, then we can exploit that for XXE. So today, first of all, we will find the places where we can test for XXE, and then we will test for simple XXE as well and blind as well. So that being said, let's jump in. I already have started my machine and my IP address is 10.10.177.8. So I will come here to task number 10, which is XXE, and it says we need to find flag.txt, and there is a endpoint that is vulnerable to XXE attack. You can use this vulnerability to retrieve files onto the server. We have hidden a flag and to find. So first of all, I will try to find out where is XXE, where to find it, how to find it, and how to exploit it, and how to get a flag. So first of all, let's come back to our application, and what I will do is, first of all, I will again go to nahamstore.thm. And now we need to analyze each and every request. We need to see where we can test for XXE, where is XML parsers being going on, how to detect this sort of vulnerabilities. So first of all, what I will do is I will manually explore the website. And while I will be going to do manual exploration, what I will do is I will always start my Burp suite. So first of all, I will come to my Burp suite. I will go into my scope. I will click on use advanced scope control, click on add, and then here I will simply add Nahamstore. Now whatever request which will be having Nahamstore in it, it will get logged into my HTTP history. So I will click on re-enable, turn my intercept off, HTTP history. I will click on this filter box right here as well, and I will click on show only in scope items, and I will click on apply as well, so I cannot see any garbage or any noise here as well. Now I will come back to my application right here. I will turn on my Burp suite right here, and now I will refresh the page just to see if I am getting logged. So yes, so each and every request is getting logged right here. You can see in front of me. Now what I will do is I will manually test every thing right here. I will click on home page. I will search here for like test, click on search, nothing happens. Let's come back here. Then I will click on view button right here to see this product. I go to product endpoint. Then I will try to add check stock. So check stock might also work. There are 293 items in the stock. Then add to basket. So now it is added to the basket. Now if I go to my, let's say, cart, and it says you need to log in or register account. So let's try to do a quick register. So I will do test123 at test.com and test123456. So register. Now it says you don't have any addresses, so let's click on add address. I will go for test here as well, and 123456. Click on add address. Now what I'm doing right now here is I'm checking every functionality. I'm doing each and everything so that everything gets logged in, so I can see where I can look for XXEs, where is data being passed into XML. So because sometimes XML parsers are transferring data in XML, so let's try to see where it is. And then I will come to my cart here again, Mr. Test, and card number, so 1234 1234 1234 and 1234. Click on make payment and PDF receipt. And let's come back to our burp suite here, and now I am having all of the requests being logged in. I can also see the MIME type here as well, HTML script, JSON, and if the other ones, if there is somewhere XML, I might have XML right here. But let's try to go for a manual inspection real quick. So starting from top, I search from here the get request. There is only queue parameter where I can test for XXS or something sort of SQL injection. Then right here I can test for nothing, again queue parameter. Then product endpoint, which is having an ID parameter, nothing interesting here as well. Stock check is having a product ID parameter and server parameter, where we can try for like server side request forgery. So right here it is having a URL which is internal domain, so we can just check for server side request forgery here, but not for XXE right now. Let's come here, nothing interesting in this request, nothing interesting. Basket, nothing. Then I went for registration, I'm having email and password endpoint, nothing, slash basket, nothing, and then address book, nothing here. Then all of my details, first name, last name, basket again, and account orders, and nothing interesting here. So I cannot see anywhere where I can test for XXE, so I need to look for that one. Now after manually exploration of the website, there are two things which we can do. First of all, directory brute forcing. The second thing is that we can look for somewhere like hidden parameters. So right now let's go for directory brute forcing. So what I will do is, now I will use FFUF for that one. So I will come to my terminal and I will do FFUF-u for URL http://nahamstore.thm, and I will do fuzz right here because I need to do fuzzing, and -w for word list. And the word list which I will be going to use is, let's use directory list 2.3 medium.txt. So in dirbuster directory list 2.3 medium.txt. so let's hit enter and let's see what else we get. And while we are going here, we can see search here, login, register, uploads. We can see some stuff right here as well, and each and everything. So stuff and uploads looks interesting, so might be we might have some sort of upload functionality. So if I go to upload first, and I'm redirecting to this one, I don't know why. Let's come back. If I come here and if I go for uploads, I don't know what exactly is happening here. So let's turn off my burp suite. Now uploads, so it is redirecting me to localhost uploads, and might be not working, but let's come afterwards. There is stuff. So if I come here and nahamstore.thm stuff, and right here it says timesheet upload, and there is some sort of upload functionality where I can upload xlsx files. And this looks interesting because xlsx files are spreadsheet files actually, but they are zip files actually. What happens is that if we save a xlsx file and if we perform a file operation onto that one, that will be a zip file. So what we can do is we can unzip that one, and we will see that it is a combination of a lot of XML files. So I can try for XXE right here, but before trying at this place, we will see some other places as well, because right here we can try for blind sort of thing, because we are going to upload something onto the server, and it will, we need to set up a listener. So when it gets uploaded, it gets executed, we should have something called back onto our server. So this becomes blind sort of techniques or out of band sort of technique, but I will be going not after blind right now. I will do this at the end. So let's see where else we can look for XXE. So if I come to my other one, so CSS not interesting, JavaScript not interesting, logout, basket, and returns, I have seen each and every endpoint and nothing look interesting. So I'll control C right here, And now what I will do is, in my first video where I did a lot of recon, I found a live subdomains, and in a live subdomains I found a lot of these. So this is why we do a lot of recon, we do a lot of subdomains, because sometimes when we are trying to find some sort of bug, we might not be able to find it onto our main domain, but we can find it at on our any subdomain. So I am not finding any place where I can go for like XML data, or is there is any XML parser running onto the main domain. So now I will start one by one from the top to for the subdomain. So I will go for stock.nahamstore.thm. So stock.nahamstore.thm only shows me some endpoints right here, and there is one endpoint which is product. So let's go for product. And in product I am having again some numbers, product number 1, product number 2. So let's go for product number 1, and then it shows me ID, name and stock of product number 1. Let's come back to our burp suite again, and right here my proxy was off. Let's come back here again, product number 1. Let's come back to my burp suite and product number 1 right here, and this is empty. So let's send this request to repeater, send. Yeah, I can get the response in JSON format. So what I will do now right here is, there are a lot of things which I can try as well. The first thing first is, I can try to change every request from get to post. Now it is rendering back information in JSON format, so it looks interesting. But what I can do right here is, I can change the request method, because the first thing which I always do is that if it is getting me the response back in a get request, what does it do in post, whether it needs some other parameters or what it will do. Let's see. So change request method and click on send, and I got a unique error message which says missing header x dash token. So at this place I will look for x dash token header, or I don't know what I need to do, but I can see that it is 401 unauthorized as well. Now at this place I can try a lot of things, because I can go for much deeper in directive brute forcing. The other thing which I always do is, I can look for hidden parameters as well. So let's try to go for hidden parameters. I will look for post parameters as well and get parameters as well. So let's first of all try with get parameters. So for get parameters, what we do is, we do question mark id is equal to something, let's say 123, click on send. Again missing header x dash token. Then the other thing which I can do is, I can also try to x dash token header, and I can try for doing something, let's say let's set it to 2. I'm just doing this randomly because I don't know actually what x dash token is. So hit send, and it is taking time, so it is waiting. So let's cancel this one. I don't know why it is taking time, so let's clear this one again, and let's try to see what happens. So send, and still waiting. So something went wrong when I added this into x dash token. I don't know why. So let's send this request to from my proxy to repeater again. So send to repeater. Let's come back, send. Yeah, change the request method, click on send now. Missing header x dash token. Okay, so now let's hunt for hidden parameters. So what I will do is, there are a lot of tools like paramerter and other tools as well, like x8 discovery, or we can use Arjun as well. But now I will like to do each and everything much more manually, and you should also try to do manually as well. Now what I will do is, I will try to use Intruder to find for hidden parameters right here. So let's try to send. Now for those of you who are having like Burp Suite Community Edition, there is one exceptional extension in extender B app store, which is called Turbo Intruder. So if I go for Turbo Intruder right here, this one is the best extension, and this is extremely fast as well. So for those of you who are having Community Edition, I would highly recommend you that you should use Turbo Intruder, extremely fast. So in this one I will be going to Turbo Intruder to find for hidden parameters. In my previous videos I have shown you Arjun as well, and I think so I have shown paramerter as well. So today I will be going to look for hidden parameters in Turbo Intruder, and the word list which I'll be going to use is again one of the best, which is checklist. So first of all, let's go to repeater right here. I will send this request to Turbo Intruder right here in extensions, Turbo Intruder, send to Turbo Intruder, and this sort of menu opens right here. What we can do right here is we can simply type in %s. Now %s means that you need to do brute forcing right at this place, so that's why in Turbo Intruder we use %s. Now we need to specify the word list right here as well, and the word list which I will be going to use is checklist. So I will do locate checklist, and I will grab for parameter name. So param, I think so, yes. So there is one word list which is burp dash parameter dash names. So let's see how long this is. So word count dash l, and it is having 2589 words, which is parameter. So let's see first 5 ones. So head and id, action, page, name, password, url, email, all of them are excellent parameter names. So let's try this word list right here. So I will copy this word list path and I will paste it right here in this place. So I already have done that one, so you can simply copy it from there and paste it right here, and everything looks fine. So I'll click on attack, and now we will see how fast is Turbo Intruder. So click on attack and let's see. So engine is warming up right now, it is not started. Let's see when it gets started. So now it has started. Requests are 5, 25, 65, 88, 110, and it was quite fast that I got one output which is having a status code of 400, and I can see the request and response as well. And in the request I can see the parameter was XML, and in the response I got a strange response. I got a XML response. So now at this place I can see that it looks like that this is something related to XML, and there is some sort of XML parser which is being used. Now you can see it is extremely fast. I'm not having any retries, I'm not having any fails right here, and my requests are being done up till 100 and 1000. So extremely fast Turbo Intruder. Now if I do the same thing in like normal Intruder, especially in community version of Burp Suite, it will be extremely slow. So that's why. So now I will hold this one and let's see what is XML. So I will close this one. Let's come back here, click on repeater, and I will go for XML right here and click on send. Now in the response I can see that I am having some sort of XML data. So what if I copy all of this XML data and I paste into my post request, and if I paste here and click on send, let's see what happens. Again it says x-token not supplied. Now this time it looks like that now it is parsing XML. Now whenever I see XML, the first thing what I like to do is I always go after payload all the things. So first of all I will open payload all the things, and right here click on the first link, or I can click XML external entity as well. So let's see. So from here I can search for XXE or XML external entity injection right here, and from here now I will look for a lot of payloads. So if I scroll down, there are some tools as well, but I will be going to do this manually. So right here, so the first one is that we need to detect the vulnerability. So to detect the vulnerability, what we can do is we can simply type in this doc type. So I can copy this doc type right from here, and what I will do is I will come to my Burp Suite and I will paste that doc type onto the second line right here, and instead of error message, what I can do is I can call my, or let's see what happens if I paste this right here. So I will call my entity, which is example. And to call this one, we need to do ampersand in the beginning and semicolon at the end. Click on send. And again, it says X token not supplied. So what if I change the error tag to X token? So dash token, and in closing one as well, X dash token. Click on send. And now you can see that now I am having X dash token though is invalid. So now it is calling my entity and it is having my username which I specified. So just to, for the sake of argument, let's do test123. Click on send. And now you can see X dash token test123 is invalid. So now when this is happening, it means that now we are confirmed that XXE is right there, so it is vulnerable to XXE. Now what we can do is, again, we can go to payload all the things, and if we can go for classic XXE. So what classic XXE is that we can copy doc type from here, this one, and I will paste that doc type right here. And this is for reading etc password file. So what I will do is, this time the name is test, so I will call test right here. Click on send, and here you go. So now I can read the etc password file from to the system. And whenever you find this sort of things, this is again extremely potential bug, and this is also highly paid in bug bounties as well. So now what we can do is we can try to grab the flag as well. So let's see if we can see the flag. So I will do file flag.txt, click send, and here you go. So now I have the flag as well. So let's submit this flag as well. So this was simple XXE. This was not blind XXE where we can do anything without any responses. So this is how actually it works. Now there are a lot of applications which are like, they does not give you any response back. So for example, when I did etc password here, so etc password, click on send, you can see I got the response back here. But sometimes the applications XML parsers will never ever give you these sort of responses, and you will think that okay, these are secure, but no, these will never ever be secure, because sometimes that happens that we can try for blind sort of XXE as well. And for blind XSS, what we need to do is we need to set up some sort of server right here, and then we need to have a callback to our server here, so we can confirm that okay, this is vulnerable. So that is a little bit difficult, but let's try to do that one now. So this was the first place where we found out that this is vulnerable to XXE, and it was a little bit difficult because we need to find some sort of hidden parameter, and we got a response back in XML. We send the same XML stuff right to the server, and we changed that one, and it was vulnerable. So again, it is found a lot of times in a lot of applications. Now we found out in the beginning that we were having a file upload functionality right here on it was on the main page, or we did directory brute forcing and we found out stuff, and we can upload xlsx file. So first thing first, what I will do is I will try to upload a xlsx file. So for that we need to make an xlsx file. So what I will do is I will use for that purpose library office. So in Kali we do not have Word, so I will do library office calc. So yeah, so I will open this one, and I will just simply empty file. I will click on file, I will save this one, and in my, let's say, root documents, I will save this as test.xlsx, and I will change the extension to xlsx and click on save and click on yes, and now it has been saved. Let's close this one, and let's move it from root downloads into my current working directory, or let me create a new directory. So make directory xxe cd into xxe, and now I will move that one from my documents to my current working directory ls, and here is test.xlsx. So if I perform file operation onto this one, let's see what it is. So it says Microsoft Excel 2007, but normally this is a zip file which is having a lot of XML files. So what I can do is I can try to unzip this one. Now right now this is empty, but let's see. So unzip and test.xlsx file, click on enter, and right here you can see I got a lot of things which are now unzipped. So all of these are XML. Now again, for Blind XXE as well, if you are a beginner, what you can do is you can simply go to PayloadAllTheThings, because PayloadAllTheThings is having each and everything. So if I scroll down and let's see what PayloadAllTheThings tells us to, because I need to upload an xlsx file. So if I can test for XXE somewhere, Blind XXE, so this is the place for Blind XXE, exploiting Blind XXE to exfiltrate data out of bounds. So Blind XXE, and it says the easiest way to test for Blind XXE is try to load a remote resource such as Burp collaborator. So right now I'm not interested in that one. I'm interested in uploading a xlsx file. So scroll down, XXE inside docx file, and here we have so XXE inside xlsx file. So again, whenever you are doing CTFs, whenever you are doing bug bounty, always go to PayloadAllTheThings. Extremely interesting and extremely helpful as well. So let's see what it says. Okay, so it was doing 7ZU to not unzip this one. Okay, so he is extracting this one using 7zx, x means extract, and then he is rebuilding that one. So it says add your Blind XXE payload inside excel/workbook.xml, and this is the payload which he is trying to do. And here we are having hosting something onto our web server, and he is hosting xxe.dtd, so document type definition. So let's copy this payload from here. Let's come back to our Kali machine and let's see where is workbook. So here it is in XL folder. So ls cd into XL, and if I open workbook from here, yeah, so I will remove everything from here. I will paste the payload, and let's call our web server from my local IP. So my local IP is, let's do ifconfig 10.8.144.148. So I will copy it from here, paste it here, and I will kickstart it on port 80, so no need to specify any port, and xxe.dtd, which I will host, and we will see on PayloadAllTheThings how to host this one. So save this one from here, and let's see what PayloadAllTheThings tells us now. So we need to rebuild the Excel file. So 7ZU and into xxe.xlsx again, and static wildcard, so every file should be again rebuilt into XXE. So I will not call it XXE, I will call it as, let's say, evil or test1.xl, or let's do evil. So I will come one step backwards, ls. So let's move out our xlx file from here. So move test.xlx into one step backwards. So now I'm having all of the actual files. So I will do 7ZU, and let's call it evil.xlsx file, and let's rebuild all of these. So static, so hit enter, and it's done, ls, and there I have evil.xlsx file. Now what I will do is I will try to upload this one, and let's start our Python web server as well. So python -m simple http server on port 80, and server is on. Let's come back here, timesheet, click on browse, and I will go into my home, bug bounty, Nahamstore, and here I am having XXE, and this one is evil.xlsx. Now right now I have not hosted my DTD right now, but let's see if it works. If it works, then I will go much more further. So click on open, click on upload timesheet, and let's see what happens. So your timesheet has been successfully uploaded. Let's come back here, and here you go. I got a hit onto my web server, and that's great. So this is Blind XXE, and that is amazing. Now I need to escalate this much more so I can get potential files, because for this, in any bug bounty program, you might not get rewarded, or you might not get rewarded, but I don't think so. This is right now a security impact. So let's try to get the contents of Etsy shadow file or some potential file, because XXE can be done for like SSRF as well. It can also be used to look for sensitive information in any file. So let's see what else we can do. So let's come back first of all to our payload all the things. So payload all the things right here, and let's see what it says. Okay, so alternatively add your payload into shared strings.xml. That's fine as well. Then it says using a remote DTD, we will save us the time to rebuild and document each time we want to retrieve a different file. Okay, so he is making a remote DTD right here, and he is hosting a FTP server, and then he is hosting a FTP server using XXESERV and this command. And what he is doing is he is getting the contents of Etsy password file, and when this xxe.dtd will get called from to the web server, and the file will get loaded into files.log file. So in normal words, what will happen is that the contents of Etsy password file will come into files.log. So as easy as possible. So let's try to do that one. So first thing first, I will copy this DTD. I will Control C right here. Yes, so what I will do is I will make a remote DTD. So I will say sublime xxe.dtd, paste those two things here, and I will need to set up my FTP web server as well. So let's download XXESERV, because I have not downloaded that one. So let's try to my local IP right here, because it will be 144.148 on port 2121. That's fine. And the contents of Etsy password file. So save this one. That looks fine. Now let's come to Google and let's do XXESERV. Might be hosted on GitHub, I don't know. So yes, the first one is GitHub. So let's click on this one, a mini web server with FTP. And the reason why we are using FTP right here is because sometimes Etsy password file is quite huge. So if you are using HTTP web server, it can sometimes miss some things, or sometimes we wouldn't get anything. So that's why we use FTP. So scroll down, let's clone this complete repository right here from git clone, paste, hit enter, and now it is done. So if I do ls, and if I go into XXESERV ls right here, and right now I need to build that one. So let's see whether they have given any instructions how to build this one. So this is the usage. Scroll down to build, go build. So let's try to do go build. So go build, and it says cannot find main module but found .git/config, and this all of that stuff. So this is quite frustrating for any beginner who is actually trying to download any tool from GitHub and he is trying to build this one, because it becomes a little bit difficult. Because right now I tried go build and it is not building. So I don't know why the developers on GitHub doesn't give a complete instruction how to build it one. But what we need to do is we need to do go mode init, and then we need to specify the file, which is go file, hit enter. And now if I do ls, I will be having go mode file. Now I need to do go build, and now it will build that one. So now if I do ls, that now is executable. So I can simply do /xxe ftp.go, hit enter, and now it is listening. So this is how actually it works. So I'll press Ctrl C. Let's come back here and payload all the things, and I will copy the complete command right here, this one. I will run this one, xxe ftp.go, paste the rest of the command, hit enter, and now my FTP server has been started. So now what I need to do is I will start my Python web server again, where my xxe.dtd is hosted. So right here, so Python dash m simple http server on port 80, hit enter, and now I will upload that file again. So let's see if I get the contents of Etsy shadow or no. So come here, let's come back, click on browse. So it is already browsed, so I don't need to browse that one, but let's try open, upload timesheet. Let's come back to our terminal. I got a hit again, 200. Okay, but nothing interesting right here. So it looks like something is going wrong. So let's see what is in our DTD. So sublime xxe.dtd. So right here, what I can do is file etc password is not getting back, so I can go for flag.txt, might work. So flag.txt, save. So now what I will do is I will come back to my terminal again. Let's see if everything is working fine. Yes, so let's come back here and let's try to upload it again. So upload timesheet, let's come back to terminal. I got a hit again, and again onto my FTP server I'm not having anything. So it looks a little bit difficult, but let's try. Now what we can do is we can try to go for PHP filters as well. So if I go to PHP filter LFI, I forgot the complete payload, but let's see. It is also present on PayloadAllTheThings, but local file inclusion by this blog post. Yeah, so right here it is php colon slash slash. Let's copy from right here. So php filter convert.base64 encode resource is equal to, I will copy it from here and I will paste it right here. So let's move this one as well. Let's try like this. So save this one and let's try to upload it again, because sometimes PHP filter does work. So upload timesheet, let's come back to our terminal. I got a hit again and still nothing onto that one. If I do ls cd into xxeserv ls cat files.log empty, so something is going wrong. Let's try to add file now. So file colon 3 slashes, save that one. Let's try to upload that again. Upload timesheet. Let's come back. Again I got a hit, but again nothing. So let's see what is going wrong. So FTP 10.8.144.148 colon 2121 and looks fine. PHP filter slash convert base64 flag.txt. Save now. Let's try one last time. So let's try to browse, click on this one, open up, upload timesheet. Again nothing interesting. So let's see, one more thing which I can do is that is it slash flag.txt, save now. Let's come back here, upload timesheet. Let's come back to our terminal, and this time it looks like something happened. Okay, so I think so it was slash flag.txt. So let's do ls now. If I cat files.log, and here you go. So now I got something right here, and this is base64 encoded. So let's copy this from here, and I will do echo base64 encoded, pipe it out to base64-d, hit enter, and here you go. So now I am having the next flag as well. So this was the blind technique as well. I don't know why Etsy password was not working, so I might have something wrong. But now you can see applying PHP filter did work for me, or it might work with the slash as well or without the slash. So this is how actually blind techniques work, and this is how the basic technique works as well. If we are not seeing the response, it doesn't mean that we are not having any XXE. We can try to go for blind sort of techniques as well. So yeah, from here we can try to go for Etsy shadow file, Etsy password file. We can try to look for a lot of files, and we can escalate this as much as well, so we can get a huge bounty, and we can try to escalate much more, and we can get a lot of impact. So this is how we actually look for XXEs. We try to go to payload all the things is absolutely best, because if you are a beginner and if you don't know, just go to payload all the things, and reading a lot of things, a lot of write-ups, a lot of things helps as well. So let's copy this flag as well, and let's try to answer this one. And these were the two things which on Nahamstore I found for XXE. I don't know, there might be some other places as well to look for XXE, but the basics are same, that we can try to look for where XML is being going, where we can upload xlsx file, so it also contains XML sort of thing, so we can upload that one and try to look for blind XXE. So this was all about XXE, and I hope you liked the video, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, bye.